Oh shit. Look who's back. Back again. Go tell a friend. This shit is crazy. Crazy. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. This shit is crazy. What is wrong with America? Welcome to Let's Talk About It podcast. Produced and broadcasted by GNJ Studios. If you want to join the show, all you do is pop in the link at the bottom of the screen. There it is. Any device you have that will stream, you can get on the show. We talk about it. Anything. Tonight, you know what we want to talk about tonight. If you, I don't know if you're under a rock, but that's what I need your help with tonight, is because I've been working all day, and hold on, I'm sending this link. I've been working all day, and I need to be caught up on what the hell is going on in our nation. In our nation's capital. The link is at the bottom of the screen. Please, 18 or older, to participate or join the show. It's definitely an adult show. Definitely gonna have some explicit languages and stuff like that. So put the kids to bed, come on the show, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about this shit right now. Turn on the news and talk about it. Good googly moogly. What do we have going on? So I know, and I know that there was gonna be. I don't even know what to call it. Is it a Trump rally? Is it? It's not a rally. Protest. We'll go protest. Yeah, we'll go protest. So it's a protest. I actually know a few people that are there. I didn't know that was gonna happen. That's for sure. That is for sure. So I guess the lady that got shot earlier, a lady got shot, is dead. She got shot in the neck. I believe she was going into the Senate chambers. I don't know. I know somebody that's been really paying attention. I know some of you bitches hate them. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now that we had our last podcast and I had a special guest host, Scotty motherfucking Hicks, and it was a great podcast. But I had 3 different people call me. I was talking shit about my boy. So now you want to talk shit to Scotty motherfucking Hicks because he's in the fucking building. What's up, boy?
Hey man, can you hear me all right? I got
yeah, that shit is so much better.
Good stuff. This thing's awesome, man. I plugged it right in, popped right up. Everything's great.
Dude,
sending it over.
That is so awesome. Hey, if you guys are in the if you're in the room, oh shit, TJ Bell already talking shit.
Some bullshit.
Yeah, if you're in here, which there's 5 of you right now, just leave something, put a like, a comment. Not that we want to build up our page, just it helps me identify that you're in here so I can communicate with you if you like. So you don't have to say that. I know a lot of people don't like to say that. I won't even put up on the screen if you don't want me to, but just say hi, what's up, a like, dislike. I don't know if there's a dislike button, but something, and then your name will pop up and I'll know you're here. But shout out to the 5 people that are watching. I don't know who you are besides TJ Bell. So let's get all that out of the way. Oh, by the way, we're streaming on live on my page, the Let's Talk About It podcast page. Please like, share, and subscribe. And also on the Who Cares podcast YouTube. Right now we're live, so we're gonna get some he always says that. This is what he always says. TJ said, let me get the link. I put it on the screen. It's in the freaking comments. I'll put it back on the freaking screen. You make me work too much, man. So, Scotty, while I get him straight, what in the fuck is going on in DC? I know you work from home. You don't watch a lot of TV, do you?
No, but I've had I have Sling TV, so I've been watching that a little bit today just to see what's going on. I just turned off CNN. But, there's a lot of people out there going to hate on me for that. I actually
for sure.
But I just started watching the news again. I don't remember the last time I watched it, but Michelle and I started watching it again not that long ago. I see why conservatives don't like CNN. I mean, it definitely looks.
I had a good and it's a joke. Both of them are jokes. So I had a good conversation just a few minutes ago with my friend. Shout out to Howard Knuckles, longtime listener, no time caller. Refuses to come on the podcast, but watches every Who Cares podcast and Let's Talk About It podcast. I'm not sure if he watches the fantasy football ones, but who gives a fuck, right?
I only watch those, and I should.
I only did 2. I think you were on one of them. So, anyways, he had a good point today. He said, "Well, both channels, after 8:00, it's no longer news. It's opinion.
Yeah,
it's opinion. So,
and I get that. As much as I often agree with those opinions, I can see why that would irk.
It's awful.
People
who I want to punch in the face? If I met somebody like a celebrity, I would not get his autograph, and I would probably punch him. Don Lemon. I cannot stand. I used to like him. He is so fucking snarky and like I can't even describe. I hate him.
Michelle likes him. She thinks he's very calm and soothing, but I'm not a huge fan.
I could fuck with Cooper and Jake Tapper a little bit, but Don Lemon pisses me off.
How about your boy Cuomo? Chris.
He's the same. I put him and Lemon are brothers from another mother.
Yeah, I like Cuomo's attitude though, but he has Republicans on there, and he usually gives them a pretty fair shake, I think. But that's just one person's opinion. I mean, I don't see him beating up on him too much, but he doesn't let him off the hook real easy either. But I get it. I get why people who have more conservative views than me might not like CNN. But I'm watching today because they just got people out on the street. I want to see what's going on. I want to see what.
Hold up. This is my cousin Jason. Hey man, what's up to you, baby boy? First of all, let's stop the presses. And who is the young lady in your profile pic, sir? Who is she? Answer that one, Jason. Hey, we got TJ Bell in the building. See what news channel he listens to. Let's take guess first, okay? I'm going to say that he listens to MSNBC. What do you think, Scott?
Who? That TJ does?
TJ Bell, yeah.
I think he's a CNN guy.
CNN guy? All right, who do you want?
I think he'll probably switch back and forth like me.
First of all, if you're going to be on this podcast, why don't you get off camera real quick, take that jersey off, turn it upside down, inside out, do something.
Oh.
It was what I had on before I got heated and I had to come outside.
Oh, you got heated.
You can zip it up, man. You can zip up that jacket.
Oh, let's go, Jason. If you want to come in.
I do. I flip between MSNBC and Fox.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fox. MSNBC and Fox, like you just skipped over CNN completely?
I don't like CNN.
All right, so
it's not necessarily I don't like CNN. I don't like the personalities. That's all.
That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah,
it's personality driven. It is, when you.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, I don't dislike the people.
Fox News definitely got some personalities.
Yeah, I mean, I mainly watch Fox just to have a comparison.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do CNN and Fox.
The truth is in the middle. It's not. Neither one of them is going to give you And honestly, the truth's not even in the middle of both of them. It's not going to be on mainstream media.
Whatever.
But when that shit popped off today, my wife got home. I ate dinner real quick. I was like, I got to go outside. I'm going to start working on some flags just to.
Damn. So I was next to a TV pretty much all day. So as I was walking by, kind of taking glances and stuff. And I knew the protest was going to happen. I guess that's what it is, right? Protest that was going to happen. I know some people from Hanover that went up there for that process. Cool.
Yep.
But I didn't see this. Did you?
Yes.
Scaling the walls and shit and ladies getting shot in the neck.
And so I'm perfectly fine with protests. That's part of the deal. Like I got no problem with protests. Yeah. He said in December, show up on the 6th because shit's gonna get wild. Like,
oh yeah, I think I have so many questions because somebody said he put out a tweet today and then a video. And was he there? Because I thought I saw him behind bulletproof glass.
Yeah. Am I frozen on y'all's end?
Nope.
No.
Oh, all right. But yeah, I was actually in a conference call and I was listening to his speech when it started, and it was a setup. Like, he set Pence up. He knew damn good and well that Pence had no authority to do shit but open that envelope and be like, the winner is. And he still went with, well, Pence needs to do the right thing. And as soon as he started mentioning all the Republican senators and governors that he, quote unquote, helped out, and he's like, you know where they're at? In that building down the street. Done.
Yeah. I saw a clip of it, and he was like, later after this, we're going to go cheer on our great senators. But not all of them. We're not going to cheer on all of them.
What's really shitty is that Hawley, that little prick, out in wherever the fuck he was.
Is he still going to do it, though?
All right, so this is what's happening now. In the middle of the siege, he started a fundraising gig. Like, while they were kicking fucking doors down, he started a fundraiser, but it's already come out. Kathy McRobertson, whatever her name is, she was going to object to one of the states. She's already said, nah. She's like, fuck that. Let's just get this over with.
They're trying to talk them out of it so it can be over faster. Because I guess every time they object, they have to go debate for 2 hours.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to make it until actual inauguration. I don't see it. Not that somebody's going to take him out, or I just don't. I think they remove him. I think they'll remove him from power now.
25th Amendment?
Yeah. Well, and the reason is this, like, so you had all these people that were dropped.
I don't think so. There's no days left. Everybody's talking about impeach him and shit. Like, he's gone in like a week, right?
Well, he's inciting right now. Twitter's blocked him.
Yeah, they blocked him. No. They shut his account down.
Well, yeah.
But look at what he did today. Look what he did today.
12 hours.
Look what he did today in 2 hours.
Right.
And you'll give him 2 weeks. But I can tell you exactly how this is go down. And by the way, I made another $100 last night on the Georgia race. I put 50 on each one of the Democrats to win.
Wait, that was my other question. Did they call the second race yet?
Yeah, I saw one.
It's all blue?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like, they called it. But let me look. But listen to this. Hear me out. Scott,
we're not going to be able to buy straws next month, bro.
Yeah. Let me know what you think of this. I'm curious what y'all think. So everybody in there, all the senators, all the politicians, there are a bunch of rich old people that have never had to be scared of anything. Now, all of a sudden, they had to get whisked away out of that building down into the fucking tunnels to get taken out. They're not going to want to fuck with this dude anymore. Like, they've never had to be scared of anything. And now they got people getting shot and killed in the chambers. When they come back, I think
they're coming back like right now.
Yeah, well, and the thing is like, there were a bunch of people. The only people that were objecting are people that are going to be running for some sort of other office, and they're just trying to keep his votes. Well, he has no clout no more. He has no more clout.
Yeah, that's a failed. It's highly cynical. Cruz and Hawley.
Yeah, Hawley is trying to run in
2024, and it's the wrong move. You can't look at what happened in Georgia. Trump lost the state, And then the 2 Republicans lost the state because of Trump. So if you're going to hitch your wagon to him now, I mean, that's just the stupidest thing. But I don't know how, but Cruz,
70 million people voted for him. Look at DC right now.
Cruz is a joke anyway. I mean,
I can't believe that, man. After what Trump said to him and all about his personal life and his family, and now he's all about, like, that's just sad, bro.
Right. And he
got on his wife and everything.
It is sad, but more than that, it's worse. What makes me mad is it's entirely cynical. It's entirely personal ambition. I mean, why else would you do something like that? Why else would you kiss that guy's ass if you weren't in it entirely for yourself? I mean, why would you humiliate yourself like that? That's the type of person that Cruz is, who will humiliate himself for personal gain.
Even in the primary back in the, I always thought he was like a little Weasley dude, like Cruz. He looked like a Weasley. Exactly hey, Jason Ryer, if you want to come on, the link is on the screen. You just punch it in your phone and you come on, because I'd like to talk to you because you're a police officer and I'd like to know your perspective on this. What is that bird chirping?
You must be you got some feedback or something on your end?
That's at your place.
It is. It's my mic. Chip chirp.
My fucking camera keeps freezing up on me. I can't see. I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's trying to figure out what the fuck your face is.
The facial recognition.
Oh, hold on. Let me hide this. The stream. Look, Jason, come on the stream. I want to talk to you about it. You just punch that in. I'll pop you right on the screen. But look, that hiss is gone when TJ's gone.
Yeah. There's some feedback somewhere.
Yeah. Anyways, so there's this. So Antifa. So a couple months ago, I was not convinced. I was trying to be convinced that, Antifa, Black Lives Matter was Antifa. And we know that Antifa likes to infiltrate other stuff. And now, of course, my Facebook and Twitter feed is filled up with everybody telling me that everything bad that's happening in DC is Antifa dressed up as Trump fans. Like, it's always Antifa. We can't take responsibility on either side. It's always Antifa, which they do. That's like their job. They stir up shit. So I was gonna try to play this, but I don't want to get blocked. But basically, these two gentlemen that got bicycle helmets on with GoPro fucking, I don't even know what that is, said that they're not looking for violence, but if some pops off, they are ready.
Yeah.
See players. Couple seconds of it.
We're here to support, if violence happens, like it happens, but we're not going to start it. We're just like here to defend ourselves.
Yeah. We're here to defend ourselves.
As an immigrant, I support Trump. Freedom is paid for with blood, and tyranny always masquerades itself as safety and security, and that's what we're fighting against right now.
Safety and security. We're fighting against safety and security.
I just thought they'd have some better gear than that. Like, I looked at it, I was like, they went to Gander Mountain and then hit DC,
It's like furries. It's cosplay.
Did you see the when they were showing the people going in, I guess the Senate room or whatever? There was a lady with a purple fucking bicycle, like kid's helmet on.
I didn't see much of that footage of the actual.
Yeah, that's why I asked you, because I didn't either. I was unable to sit down and watch it, but I felt like throughout the day it was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. I was like, yo, this shit's getting out of control. And then people would call me and be like, yo, did you see the lady got shot? I'm like, no. What the fuck? What's up, TJ? What you mean?
Hey, did you ever find the video of the lady when she got shot?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Who got shot exactly? I don't even know.
It's bad. So actually the lead up was on every news channel. Do you remember the clip when they got to the top of the stairs, right when they were trying to get into the chamber itself. And there's 2 doors with these skinny glass windows. And there's this dude beating the window with like a helmet. He's trying to break the glass with the helmet.
But he was Antifa.
Whatever. But the cops were on the other side of it. And when they finally broke through the window, the lady climbed up to crawl through it, and they shot her through the other side.
So she didn't even make it in the room?
She didn't.
Damn.
But, I mean, and it's not, so the video that I saw was released from the guy, he put it on Twitter, standing beside her. So he turns around and points the camera down at her while she's laying on the ground. And she had got shot through the neck.
Oh, man.
And like he jumped down on top of her and everybody was picking her up to carry her out. He's like, she's dead, y'all.
Wow. Hey, real quick, Jason, look, you go to your web browser, you type in https://streamyard.com/KJ5HIS6F2V, and you pop down below and I put you on the screen. He said, tell me how to get on again. So I had to tell him. All right. So check this out. This might be a little bit what you're talking about here. Look at this. Look at this shit, though. Look at this man. He took the podium. Fucking Antifa. Motherfuckers. Damn Antifa.
So somebody brought up the fact that they'll have facial recognition on all those people.
I know. That's what I was exactly talking to somebody earlier. So I got an uncle of mine, right? He's like 6. I'm not going to mention his name. Ain't no doubt. I'm not going to mention his name. He might or may not ever see this. But he was telling me, he's probably like 63. He's like, when I was growing up, I was a fucking criminal. Because you could be. Now there's cameras everywhere. He's like, if you ever just always think that you're on camera, because you probably are, especially now. That was probably like 5-6 years ago. Now it's crazy. And he was like, last time I talked to him, he's like, I'm back, bitches. Everybody got masks on. Nobody knows who the fuck anybody is. Because I went to 7-Eleven, bro. I went to 7-Eleven when I told this on another podcast. I was getting gas. 7-Eleven grew up, and I'm not kidding. This is a multicultural group of young men. Okay, there was a white dude, a black dude, a Mexican dude, and some dude that he was something. And they jumped out the car, and all of them at the same time put blue bandanas around their face and walked into 7-Eleven. I was like, "Come out!" But it was normal activity. Now you see it every single day. Well, you ever see somebody, you're in 7-Eleven and you see somebody get out of their car and put a mask around their face and start walking towards 7 months, 10 months, 14 months ago.
Yeah. I don't know. But I do got a lot of work I got to get done. I just saw that y'all were both on, wanted to jump in and say hi. But
don't be hating shit.
Nah, I got stuff I got to get done. My brain is racing. It's going through.
Who cares? Oh man! What wrong podcast? But it's still funny as fuck. He was mid blabber too, bro. He's like, I'm just trying to keep up. I don't want to keep it on the screen because it will probably get blocked. But I'm just kind of keeping an eye on the news feed here, and it's showing, stuff that happened today. God, they literally did storm the place. See, he's there. Yeah, that's Trump right there.
They before I popped on, they said that the crowd was thinning out there. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, well, they set a curfew for 6 o'clock.
Yeah, but it's like 8 o'clock, and there's still people out there. They were I guess the idea is that they didn't have enough police, enough security.
I really don't think that everybody knew how many people would show up, because we know about the inauguration. that was, he was a little upset about that. And then I believe they had one of these type of things for something else recently, and not Million MAGA March or something. They got about 10,000 that showed up. But this shit blew my mind, bro. Not even because they stormed in there. I'm saying because look at they're showing these videos of like when it was going on. The senators don't know what to do. He was right. You never see nothing about some old ass scared white people. They are scared shitless, boy.
Have you seen an estimate of how many people? I would have guessed 30,000. Honestly, if I was in charge of this, I would have said probably 30,000 people will show up.
Oh, I think it's more than that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't seen any numbers, but it looks like it's more than that. I mean, 30,000, that's a lot, though.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, in one spot. When you figure, I think it's more. They say that the Washington football stadium is like 90. I've been there where it was full. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's more than 30.
That's a lot of motherfuckers to have to keep an eye on.
Yeah, they're trying to tell everybody to calm down. They're like, nah, this bitch is getting overran right now. Great dizzle.
Well, this is I think it's gonna be interesting.
How does it end?
Well, I'm curious, but same thing that TJ's talking about. Do they invoke the 25th Amendment? No,
I don't think so. I think what they do, I think they don't do that thing. I don't think they do the we're gonna object to this even though it doesn't matter thing. I bet you that doesn't happen.
It's all going to be closed and secure by the time we do it. I don't guess it even really matters at this point. I think Hawley is the kind of idiot who would probably do that. He seems like that kind of a guy. Cruz, he might move forward or he might backpedal. I mean, he's not. Oh God.
Do you know what he said? This is the little message.
Can't hear it.
You'll hear it on the live. I missed it anyway, but he basically said we're the law and order. We're the party of law and order. Please respect. Which I'm glad he did that. At least he did that.
Yeah, I mean, I saw where I didn't watch the video, but
Jason Parks too close to the 20th. It's a wrap for Trump, and he knows it. What's up, Jason Parks? Why don't you come on the show, man? I ain't seen you in a long time, man. Come kick it with your boys.
Jason, I'm gonna disagree with you, man.
Move to censor him.
I think this might embolden him.
Is that a real word?
Censure? Yeah. It means that basically it's a verbal slap on the wrist. That's all. It doesn't mean anything. It's them voting to say we disapprove of your actions. That's
Jason Parks using such big words. I'm so proud. That's not usually him, Scott. That's a word that I expect you to use, but not him. I only got about 4 friends that would know what that fucking. I didn't think he was one of them. And he's got in his profile picture, he's got freaking Redskin stuff on. Yeah, I said it. I'm not gonna say the Washington football team. Is they the Redskins to me?
I like Teamsters or footballers.
Footballers. Come on, Jason Parks. Come on the show. Punch in this.
Give me the link. Give me the link.
I'm just gonna leave the link up there. That's what I should do. Yeah, give him the. Jason's cool. You would like Jason. He was supposed to come on with another friend of mine. Shout out to Matt Breener. Where you at, Mr. Breener? Got a show going right now. I'm sure you would love to come in here and talk to us about this shit. Where you at, Mr. Breener? I wish I could tag right now. Jason Parks, do this. Jason Parks, if you're listening, should be because you just made this comment. Tag Matt Breener in this fucking podcast because he's always saying, "Oh, I didn't know you were on." And can you do a late night podcast? I don't know if he works nights or something, but tag him in this shit because I can't tag him while I'm in here for some reason.
All right, so I got COVID face.
I got COVID face. Can't be doing it. Plus, I got the kids and Peppa Pig on. COVID face. What does that mean? I don't understand. I guess he's not. He doesn't have a good looking face. I mean, me and you are pretty fucking hot. It's pretty. Yeah. And then you got TJ Bell coming on with his ass. But but it's probably intimidating. If I saw you and me on the screen, I don't know if I would want to come on either. That don't make no sense.
My camera doesn't work, but here's my voice.
Sean Vale Rhodes, though, need to get on this with Scott. Well, tag him right now. Shout out to Michelle Hicks. I know her dad just passed, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Michelle.
January 21st. So hey, let me ask you a question. You said
January 21st.
I mean January 1st. January 1st.
All right, go ahead. Ask me a question.
All right. You said you seemed like you weren't real happy with the Democrats winning the that's funny, Jason. Winning Georgia.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was quietly in my closet, literally rooting for the Republicans, even though I didn't know anything about them.
Any checks and balances.
Yeah, that's it.
But what about? All right, so here's what I got to say about that: the courts are the checks and balances, particularly the Supreme Court.
That's true, but I mean, I don't want to be like that. Everything have to go to the fucking Supreme Court.
Well, it's just the way it's going to be, but that's also the way it's set up.
Yeah, so, well,
at least
now. All right, now what if I mean, that was just life, I guess. But what if in the last year those 3 fucking judges didn't die? Then there would be no balance. But
maybe, but I mean that's also the way it's.
No, not maybe. Didn't they replace? Is it even right to say Democratic Supreme Court justices? Aren't they unbiased?
I think. I mean, they're supposed to be above politics, but Brett Kavanaugh, I think, showed that he wasn't. I mean, he blasted the Democrats in his confirmation hearings. So,
blasted the Democrats, but not the Democrats that are Supreme Court justices.
Right. Yeah. That said, no, I mean, generally speaking, the justices are. They're going to have leanings in how they interpret the laws, how they interpret the Constitution, conservative or more liberal, and that's the way it's.
So that's what they say.
I think that's acceptable.
They say conservative. They say conservative judges and liberal judges. They don't say Democrat and Republican.
Well, yes, and if I said that as more of shorthand for who was.
No, I almost said it, and I was like, "Wait, do you say Democratic? No, you don't say that. You say liberal."
Yeah, more liberal, I guess, and more conservative. Yeah. But if their particular leanings are, aligned with a particular political party, I mean, that's kind of the way it is. It's just they're not supposed to be overtly political. Still, anyway. I think that's the check and balance right there. And, I told somebody earlier today, with a Democratic controlled Congress and Democratic administration, then laws are going to get passed, but everything's going to have to go to court. I mean,
I'm not
sued on just about everything. So
I'm not a political scholar by no means. I just found out yesterday that every state has 2 senators, so that's how much I know. But I saw when they were having this race, they said right now it is 50 Republicans to 48 Democrats, and this would give the Democrats the lead in the Senate. But 48 plus 2 is 50, and it says on the top of the screen that 51 needed to take power. So how the fuck does that work, Scott?
Easy. In the case of a tie of any vote in the Senate, the president of the Senate casts the tie-breaking vote, and that position is held by the vice president of the United States.
Oh, Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
Kamala. What is it? Kamala. Jesus.
Yeah, like a Kamala.
Oh, that's a good way to remember it. Because TJ Bell yelled at me twice for saying it wrong.
It's Billy. Ice cream salad. He was there.
Did somebody else die?
No, just somebody.
Billy, Curbside Creations, the ice cream guy.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know him, but
he owns Curbside Creations, a food truck, and he was apparently participating there today. So
he said that he
made it to the front doors of the Capitol, took a few flashbangs, but missed the pepper spray and rubber bullets.
That's so crazy. Yeah, are you familiar with the Hanover Patriots?
Tell me about them.
It's like a local Mechanicsville organization. They do a lot of good stuff in the community, and they do patrols of the neighborhood and stuff. And like during the I hate to say the Black Lives Matter protests, but you know what I'm saying, the protesting days, back in our protesting days, and they made sure the neighborhoods were safe and stuff, and it just built and built and built, and it became, I mean, I watched it go from 36 members on a Facebook group page. Now they're at 7,600. They're making scholarship donations. Well, they rented a bus or two and a caravan. So a bunch of people, I guess they're not my friends. I guess there's I don't know, just people I know. And I hope they're safe, but I didn't get it. I don't get it. Like, I guess I understood the Black Lives Matter protest. Like, I knew why they were there. I wasn't there, but I knew I don't get this one. And then, which nobody has talked about yet, we've been live for 36 minutes and 32 seconds. I know nobody wants to hear it, but they're all up there in COVID shit, and a third of them don't even have masks on, and they're coming back here.
Yes, they are. Well,
that's what I'm mad about. I don't really care that they stormed the freaking Senate. They're coming back here, all COVIDed up, probably with the new strand and all that shit. There's how many people there, Scott?
More than a third weren't wearing masks.
I meant to say
conservative with that number.
I meant to say a third
were
wearing masks. Yeah.
I think that's optimistic.
Yeah. I mean, I saw so few.
Yeah. I mean, that is the difference, though, if you think about it. But they was like, oh, the only reason they had masks on for the BLM protests is because they were Antifa. It's like, fucking Antifa.
You can't win on that argument, because I've had somebody argue with me about those protests and say, well, if it's not safe to be out and, in COVID times, then why were they protesting? You say, well, we had masks on, but
yeah,
they're all those arguments.
Yeah, but I criticized them on my other podcast too. Like, I understand the mask thing, but we are in a global pandemic, and you're still not, it's not like the mask takes care of everything. You're still not supposed to have thousands of people yelling and screaming in each other's faces, So I got on that about that too. I was kind of upset. I don't know if I would do it. I've never been I did a 1996 senior year in high school. We did a senior day walkout. Everybody just got up as soon as the bell rang for school, and all we did was stand across the street. Actually, that's not true. They marched down to the school board. I was just looking for a way to get out of school. I don't even know what the cause was for.
Yeah, you don't know what the cause was?
Nah, I have no idea. And they pulled the fire alarms and fire trucks everywhere. So me and my boys just skipped out. Probably went to some girl's house and hung out and ate all her parents' food. That's what we used to do. Just cook up all their shit. And they all went down there, and the superintendent and they demanded to talk to him. And I don't even know what happened, but that's about as close as I got. I walked out of school I just needed a reason. Walked across the street. Didn't even go with the protesters and went somewhere else. I'm just not that guy, but I get it. And I served in the United States military. So even the Colin Kaepernick thing pissed me off, but not because of normal reasons. I was like, you know what? He pissed me off when the first week when he sat on the bench. I was right in this house and I was watching the game. I watch every Niners game. It was about to start, and I said, they were like, Colin Kaepernick sitting down. Before he started kneeling, he just sat down until that Navy SEAL guy, shout out to the Navy, told him that he should kneel. I remember running in the kitchen. And I said, oh, just because I was a 49ers fan. One, I didn't want the negative shit on my football team. And he was pissing me off on the field because he's sucking so much all of a sudden. Just all of a sudden woke up one day and didn't know how to play football anymore and just costing us that football game after football game after football game. But I served in the military so that he can do that. It's a protest. Again, I see why he did it. I see why I don't see why they set shit on fire. Because protesters don't do that, right? Rioters do that. But that's the old joke. Like, what's the difference between a protester and a riot? Apparently nothing in some people's opinions.
Yeah. Well,
but, it's like, I don't get this one. Like, it's not like the election's over. Like, it just shows support.
It's not, and it's not even that it's over. It's just all of the anger and all this being upset is not based on reality. I mean, it's all conspiracy theories about the election fraud. But I mean, I don't know what kind of proof people need.
I know, but is it even that? Are they are they up there? It's like, I just feel like everybody's like, oh, they're just there to support Trump. Like, just going away. Like, I don't get it.
No,
I don't really think that. They're just showing. That's what they're saying. That's what the supporters themselves are saying they're there for, is to show support to Trump.
But how are you supporting him by breaking into the Capitol building? That's not...
Again, maybe it was Antifa, number one. Number two, there's a difference between a rioter and a protester.
And you know what? I had to rethink
I'm
that.
sure, Scott, I am sure there's perfectly fine people on both sides. I'm just saying. Jason Bright, he's right about that. 1996, Clinton was in office. Life was great. 0 reasons to walk out. What was I thinking? Man gets his penis sucked in the Oval Office, and I'm having a bad day. What the? These cats don't look at evidence. Ooh.
That's true.
These cats. He's so funny. We have me and this kid. I'm telling you. I coached with him in baseball. He's coached against Mickey Wright. He should know who Mickey Wright is.
That's my brother-in-law, Jason, in case you didn't know. But you can still talk bad about him if you want.
He probably just knows him he was the fat bald coach, the fat older bald coach that we coached with. But Jason Parks, like his kid in that picture, in that profile picture, he can't hold him up like that anymore because I promise you he's bigger than him. He's Thomas's age.
Oh, yeah?
He's a big boy. He plays the tuba. You got to be a big boy to play the tuba in a marching band, right? Is that the big jank? The big horn in the front?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does his thing too. Anyways, me and him worked at the scooter store together, which is those power wheelchairs. Like, what's the other popular one? Hover round or something. So anyways, we worked together every single day, me and this other guy, Matt. And there's just, when you spend that much time with somebody, it's just one-liners after one-liners after one. He could say something right now and I would be pissing myself and you would have no idea. It's not even funny to you. That kind of shit. And he's real quick and witty. And you know me, dog. And this dude, Ted Tyler, motherfucking TT in the building. Dude, it was like I wanted to film it. It was like a TV show. He is so fucking. There he goes right there. Well, we had this old guy that worked with us, and he would say that shit all the time. Well, I'm never saying anything else afterwards. Just out of the blue, he'd be like, well. Sometimes he'd be like, well. And at the end of the day, he'll be like, well, I think it's time to hit the barn. And then he'd go home. But other than that, he's just screaming whelp all day. All day. 100% facts. Bam.
Was that my grandfather? He didn't have much to say either, but he would say, well.
Volleyball highlight reel. Yeah, we had a guy that worked with us and his daughter played high school volleyball, and he would come in and show us all these It's too inside. It's just too inside. That's the reason why it's inside. I can't even explain it.
Michelle texted me this. They've reassembled and are going to finish counting the votes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Talking now as if he's president, since our president is in hiding. That's what she just texted me. So I don't know what's going on.
Damn, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna walk over.
I'm gonna try to bring up something.
They got Mitch McConnell talking. I could pull my whole station over there.
McConnell's talking.
Yeah, he was talking when it all got interrupted, and honestly, he was saying some crazy shit that I never heard him say before. He was saying, he was pretty much not objecting. He was like, "This shit's over, bro."
Yeah, that's maybe the best thing he's done.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pence got to pardon your boy, old boy. Pence got to pardon old boy. Well, I heard Pence is trying to run in 2024, so he don't want to do nothing stupid. Well, he can do the. Here we go again. So what can he do? They're like, oh, he wouldn't be able to do that. It wouldn't matter if he did it. Because what are they talking about him doing? Saying we're gonna have another election?
Well, rejecting some electors, but he doesn't have that power. I mean, it's like somebody had to. I had a good analogy, but somebody else had a better one. Was it you? I don't think so. No, it's somebody.
Yeah, it was me.
Like the at the Oscars. They just open the envelope and read it. That's their job. They don't get to choose who won the best picture. Their job, and that's his job. That's his job in this. He doesn't get to make anything. It's entirely ceremonial.
Well, if anybody else that's watching the podcast wants to come on and explain it any differently to me, please do so, because I've heard Scott say that a million times. I've heard other people say it, but then I watch other channels or listen to other things on the radio and podcasts, and they're like, yeah, it would probably be a mistake for him to do it because he wants to run in 2024, but he could definitely do it. I want to know what it is.
It is just rejecting those electors, but you can't do it. He's not the Constitution.
He can't do it. I mean, I just want to know what it is. They keep on saying, is he going to do it?
That's vesting the power of overturning millions of people's will in one person, and it just doesn't exist. It's not constitutional. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do. And he even wrote a letter to Congress, a 3-page letter apparently today. Earlier today, that said that he doesn't feel like he has the power to do anything but that. Despite what Trump thinks he has the power to do, he does not have that power.
Yeah, well, then he got in front of the podium and he was like, Wednesday, is today Wednesday? Yeah, something about when, I think it was yesterday. He was like, Wednesday, they will have to have answers for us. This is Pence. So I was like, oh, maybe he is going to do something.
Well, the only answer they have is the same one that they've had for the last 2 months. Trump won.
Trump won?
Legitimately, Trump won. Every single.
Oh, did you do that?
To show they've never shown any evidence.
Did you do your homework? Did you do your homework and do what I told you to do?
You asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Ain't nobody else here.
Oh, hold on. What was my homework? I forgot what my homework was.
Did you listen to the whole Trump tape?
No.
Oh, come on, man.
I didn't have time today.
Oh, what's up, Angelo Cruz? Shout out to Angelo Cruz. That's my guy. I think Pence knows it's over. Why do you think he's been so quiet?
Yeah. Well, he's trying not to get on. He's been trying for the last 2 months not to get on Trump's bad side. He's been straddling the fence, trying to get on Trump's bad side.
Well, he don't give a shit about Trump. He wants to keep his supporters.
It's not going to happen
for his run.
My thing is, Trump it's a cult of personality. You cut off the head.
Cult of personality. Who was that?
Living Color.
Living Color. Oh, they had 2 songs, right?
Maybe, yeah.
I think 2.
I didn't like Evelyn that much, and that was the big one. So
Cult of Personality and another crazy trash one.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, how old were you when you got your first kiss?
What?
How old were you?
You set me up.
How old were you when you got your first kiss?
Yeah.
I'm curious because I think I was too young, and I'll blame my parents. Like, where were my parents at? How old were you?
I don't know.
Just like you got to remember your first kiss, don't you? Was it special?
I kissed a girl. I've always liked girls, man. I don't remember really. Seriously.
I hope you always.
In kindergarten, I had girls rubbing my back. My mom would say.
Damn.
But
so
probably
kindergarten's 5. Did she reach over and give you a kiss?
I don't remember, man. That's a long damn time ago.
I know you are a lot older than me.
I was about 11 when I first French kissed. So
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about
11 or 12. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and I was 9.
That's
too young. You know what happens? I start living my life, and I realize how old my kids are at this point. Like I don't even. My son's 16 years old. Oh, we ain't even gonna talk about that shit. But I think about my younger son, and he's 11, and I'm like, oh my god. I think about all the shit I already did that I would be devastated if he did.
I know.
But my wife always tells me, she's like, you can't do that because you didn't have a normal childhood either. And she was the exact opposite. She was kind of like bubbled up, So I'm like, bah! And she's like, oh, cookie cutter. And I got to remember that there's a middle.
I try to be honest with my son about the stuff that I did, and I beg him not to do it. Yeah. So I don't try to hide it from him, but I often tell him, please don't do this.
Oh shit.
Things I did, but don't do those
I already got a complaint about you already. Usually I don't get the complaint from
Damon
after the show. Yeah. Damon should come on. You
know what?
Damon
and I played golf one day and had a great conversation, political conversation that was surprising and I don't know. I really enjoyed it. He asked me.
Let's go, Damon. Let's go. Come on the show. I don't know. I don't know if we could get him. He said, "Nice sweater, Scott." I don't know if we could. I don't know if we could get his head in one of these boxes though. Look, his head don't even fit in his own profile picture. Damn, nice sweater, Scott. I didn't even notice it was a sweater. I thought it was a sweatshirt. You are like. You dress? I mean, did you go somewhere? What the fuck?
Nah, I just threw it on, man.
So you just get up in the morning like you really fucking gonna be seen by anybody but Michelle, and you get dressed.
And my wife sees me all day, every day. I need to look good for her. So.
Oh damn! That's why you guys are so successful, and you go hiking and shit. I be seeing your Facebook posts. Oh, speaking of that, you Facebook ghost, ain't you?
Yeah, I've been. Oh man, I wanted to be on there today talking shit, but I didn't do it. I told Michelle, I said, "Man,
yo, she's still on."
Huh?
You should sit in the living room, be like, "Hey, tell them this, type this." Just have her do it for you.
Yeah, she's still on. But I told her, I said, "It's the compulsion today to jump on there and try to and just stir up some shit is strong, but I'm not going to do it."
Yeah, it doesn't help.
It really doesn't. I don't usually feel better about it. It never, I've alienated some friends, and I really don't necessarily want to do that. I know I can be pretty opinionated and shit. But whatever.
Yeah, and it is people's opinion. I think what happens is this. It is people's opinion, but what I find happening is you find out who they really are and what they really believe, and then you're like, whoa, like damn, he is my friend, and I didn't even know that about him or her, and I don't know if I like that. I know that, like I don't know if I wanted to know that, but it's really them. So it's like, it's like people say that the truth comes out of people. People are like, oh, when you're drinking or you're scared, if you're drunk or you're scared.
Yeah.
And shit, since last, I don't know, about this time last year, everybody's been fucking drunk and scared. So it's like you don't even know the people you thought you knew.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because I think it's in some ways it's helpful to know people that I'm friends with and to find out what they're like because or what their other beliefs are. when they're not aligned with mine, because it helps me keep from putting everybody into a box of, everybody who thinks this is an unfeeling, uncaring person. And I know that's not true. When I know that there are people who are caring and they have different beliefs than mine, then it forces me to consider that I just can't.
Yeah, but beliefs are different. Like, I will respect other people that have different beliefs than me, but I find it harder to communicate with people or be close with people that like deny facts. Like, I'm a facts guy. I'm a science guy. Like, it's like I'm not arguing with you. And we talked about this on the phone the other day. It's like getting in an emotional, passionate conversation about football with somebody that doesn't watch football. Like, I could do it. You could go play tennis with Andre Agassi. It ain't gonna be fun. But me and you go out there, we might have fun playing tennis. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't have. So when all this shit happened, I found out a lot of things. Even like some of my family members, I was just shocked. I'm just like, oh, you, not you. That family member, hell yeah. Not you. But it's true. And I have to respect that.
It's yeah, I mean, sometimes it's challenging. I've had discussions with family members where I'm like, okay, I understand that you have a particular belief, but if I'm presenting you actual evidence that your belief harms you, it's not good for you.
Yeah, but what is a belief? Something you believe in? Like, you don't believe in science. I had this person. I had a person. I'll tell you a quick story. I had a person in my family. They were very. I won't even go into that part of it. But we're in not an argument, a conversation, and he or she said we were talking about dinosaurs, and I didn't know this was a thing, but I guess there's some people that believe there wasn't dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, wait, you don't believe in dinosaurs? I was like, they're like downtown. Like, you can see. Like, you think that's real? You really think that's real? And turned to me and looked at me and said, so let me guess, you believe in science. Believe in science? See, opposite. That's what science is.
Yeah.
Not belief.
Faith. You don't have to have faith. It actually is. It's facts.
Once that happened, I knew I couldn't have that type of conversation with that person. See what I'm saying? Like, why would you keep going? And I feel like that's what Facebook is. I know that I could go on right now. We could play a game right now. I can open up my Facebook right now and I can post. I can put something in there right now and I can name 6 people that will make comments in the next 20 minutes. I can tell you who they'll be just by what I was going to put. I know what people do. They do that shit. You just said it. You're like, I was really tempted to go stir up some shit. Like, you know the same thing. You know what you can say right now. You can go back on Facebook and make one post. I'll give you 6 words and you can start I can probably name some of the people that will attack you because I see all your shit. So it's like, it's just not.
I think most people are not, to be honest with you, but I mean, that part of that, and this is the part of me that I don't like very much sometimes, is that if I write something that's I know is controversial, is going to stir up some shit, I have 1 or 2 people in mind that I'm writing that for.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna.
But when you have 454 friends, they may take it the wrong. Somebody might think it's about them.
Yeah, and I actually, that's another reason why I've pulled back from Facebook, is because I had somebody I was pretty close with who was fairly offended at something that I had put out there, and he wasn't somebody that I was directing it at, but he thought that I was, and I was like, yeah, that's not right, I'm feeling pretty contrite about the way I've acted on Facebook.
Oh shit!
Biden 2020. Yeah, I guess.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Washington football, fucking Redskins, Super Bowl champs. Yo, let me ask you a question. Does your division championship shirt say 6-10 on it? Fuck out of here. I do hope they win this weekend. Dude, there's no better I don't know if you know football so like this, but there's no better healthy front seven right now in football than the Washington Redskins. And there's one way to beat Tom Brady, and that's fucking get him. And they gonna get him. So I'm hoping. I am a Redskin fan. Yeah, I said it. Had to be said. The Redskins are gonna win this weekend against Tom Brady and his Bucks.
What's the line? Do you release the line?
I have no idea. Probably, if I had to guess, I'll look it up in a second. But if I had to guess,
9.
Yeah, I'd say about 9.5, maybe 8.5. Wait, it's in Washington, right? Yeah, probably 9.
Oh, they don't get a home field advantage, do they?
Well, yeah, because they won their division. That's what I'm saying. It's just
what I mean is there's no advantage for being at home because they don't have any fans.
Yeah, shout out to June Hardenberg. That's my mom. Shout out to June.
Hey, June.
Chase Young said he's coming after him. He better come after him. That's how Bosa did it too. Like, you have to. You have no chance. Yeah, they have too many weapons. They just got to come with it. I hope your defensive coordinator just blitzes the whole time. Fuck him. No, I'm not a Tom Brady hater. Not at all. Not at all.
Everybody hates the GOAT.
Whoa. Watch your mouth, bro. Watch your mouth. Everybody hates Tom Brady. I don't know about the GOAT. I don't know about all that. That's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
I
consider myself knowledgeable enough to have that debate, but it seems.
Yeah.
I only say that because it seems fairly settled. I don't know who else, who are you going to put in there? I know who you like, Montana or something, or.
Talking about the greatest of all time. That's all we're talking about. You don't become the great. How many losses does he have?
I don't have any clue, man.
Exactly. You have no idea. He has 6 wins and like 5 losses. Who the fuck is the GOAT, greatest of all time with 5 losses in the highest game in the fucking world that you're supposed to be the GOAT in? Oh, maybe LeBron James too. He loses a lot. He must be the greatest of all time too, right?
Sure. You can't always predict that shit.
No, you're the greatest. Do you know what that means?
11 times.
But do you know what GOAT means?
Yes, greatest of all.
So what was your just argument? Because he went 11 times.
Well, who has more rings and who's
by your theories, by your crazy theory, the Buffalo Bills, not the Dallas Cowboys, not the New York Giants, not the 49ers, but the Buffalo Bills are the team of the 90s?
All right, that's a false equivalence. Wait a minute. Hold on. Back up again. What are you saying now? Maybe I was missing. The team of the 90s, you said.
The team of the 90s. Who is it? It's a real easy answer if you're a football fan.
No, I wasn't a football fan in the 90s. So
Cowboys.
Yeah. Okay.
They got all their championships, basically. 3 of them in the 90s, right?
Right.
But Buffalo went to the fucking Super Bowl 3 years in a row and lost. Who is the greater team?
Oh, obviously. But who has won more? Who has won more than 6 rings?
Nobody.
Right. Okay. So I think that's it. He's not only been more than anybody else, he's won more.
So who is the GOAT in basketball by that theory?
That I don't know. I don't know enough about basketball to say that,
Bill Russell, maybe? Got 13 championships. Is he ever mentioned as the GOAT? Shake your head like this. Never.
Well, tell me the reason why, because I don't really know why, unless you're.
I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you how I do my GOAT situation.
Well, no. I want to hear about Bill Russell. Don't give me the GOAT.
Well, he got like 13 NBA championships, and he's not even mentioned until like 8.
So why isn't he? There has to be a reason. Is it? I mean, the game obviously evolved quite a lot.
Definitely evolved. There's a lot of different reasons. However,
part of it, right?
You can't use championships and then take out a guy that has twice as many championships as your GOAT, and you can't do that. you can consider it. And I'll tell you the easiest way to do it. This is how I do the Michael Jordan one too. And maybe I don't know. Maybe you don't know enough. So I would ask you to give me the top 5 NBA players of all time. They don't even have to be by position, just the 5 best. If you had a basketball team and you were the coach, who would be the 5 best basketball players? If you asked 50 people that, there would be probably 46 different answers, right? But there's a couple that will probably be on everybody's list. So I'll give you, who do you want? I'll tell you how I decide who the GOAT is.
Well, I only know 3 that I would take for sure, and that's all.
Right, who are they? Who are they?
Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe.
Kobe. All right, so you probably just don't go back that far. So we'll throw on Wilt Chamberlain. Probably a good one to have.
Yeah.
Let's throw in Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul. Which one you want? Kareem, Magic,
Kareem,
Larry Bird, any of them. You tell me who. All right, that's your starting 5, okay? We probably got it all covered. Some would argue Shaq or whatever. I would say Shaq was the most dominating player, but I don't know about the GOAT. So let's take those 5 players. You're down by 1. There's 5 seconds on the clock. Scotty motherfucking Hicks calls a timeout, brings all those players. I gave all of them to you, all 5, any 5 you want. And we go in the huddle. And we need 1 basket to win the game. You're the coach.
It's Jordan.
Hold on. Who are you giving the fucking ball to?
It's Jordan.
Thank you. That's how you know. If you got that group of people and you got to make 1 shot, that means he's the greatest of all time.
I think that
you want to take that shot.
Honestly, and let me explain this to you. What I said was he's clutch. And that's what he's known as, being clutch. Now,
he's known for everything.
Hold on. I know, but what you're saying is, who's going to perform in the clutch here? You got 1 second left. Mm-hmm. Who is going to perform in the clutch? So what you're doing is you're basing that decision on his history of being a clutch player, which I'm not saying is wrong.
He's missed a lot of shots. I'm putting my shit on that. He's the greatest basketball player, and I need a fucking point in the basketball hoop.
Right, and it's because of his clutch performance. What are you going to say, that Kobe can't make a shot? No,
I'm not going to say that. But that coach, including yourself, you even said it immediately. Right. Well, you're not giving the ball to anybody else.
Myself too, though, because let's go back to science here. There's studies that show there's no such thing as clutch. There's no such thing as the hot.
Michael Jordan himself will tell you he missed more game-winning shots than he made.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about we got 5. Look, Wilt, Bird, Matt. So what are you? That's a bad motherfucking lineup right there. And I promise you, Jason Parks is still giving the ball to Jordan at the end. That's my point. I don't care if he had 3 championships. I don't care if LeBron gets 6. He's still going to be 6 and 5.
What? So what?
Greatest of all time. 1 person.
You give the ball to Jordan. Why?
Everybody does. Because my point, he's the greatest basketball player of all time, or at least in 5 that you gave me.
All right, that's a tautology. That's what's called a tautology.
I don't even know if that's a real word, man.
I'm going to explain it to you so you know how to argue these things. You can't say you're giving it to him because he's the greatest of all time, and also say that he gets the ball, or that you're using the proof as itself.
Kevin's proof. What? It's literally the best proof you can do. He's 6-0. Everybody's like, oh, you know how many game 7s LeBron has? Well, guess how many Jordan has? 0. He didn't go to game 7s in finals because he's the greatest of all time. He retired. If his daddy didn't get shot, he'd have 8 in a row, and Hakeem wouldn't even have anything. Nothing. He retired for 2 years and Houston won the championship.
That's fair, but
look, back to back. Hold on, back to back. Retired, back to back. You trying to tell me they're not going to win those 2 in the middle?
I'm not saying any such thing. What I'm saying is the argument you made is bad. What you're trying to prove?
Great.
You're saying, how do I prove that he's the greatest of all time? Because everybody would give him the ball. That proves he's the greatest of all time. But why would they give him the ball? Because he's the greatest of all time.
Because he's better than the other. Because he's better than the other 4 players that I let you choose from anytime you want in the Americas and the world, anywhere you want, and he's still gonna get the ball over him because he's the greatest. You ain't gonna give it to LeBron.
You can't say he gets the ball because he's greatest, and that proves that he's the greatest.
No. I'm not saying
that's what you're telling me here.
I'm saying I want you to tell me the top. I'm giving you,
and I'm not telling you you're wrong about him. I'm just
I'm giving you 5 players of your liking. It doesn't even have. If you don't put Jordan on the list, then the conversation's over. So everybody has Jordan on the list, right? Shake your head like this.
Sure, yeah.
And then all of them are the best that you can come up with, and you're agreeing with me that we're both giving Jordan the ball. There ain't no more proof than that.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Is listen to me, G. Settle down for a minute and listen to me. You're saying that if everybody gives Jordan the ball, that proves he's the greatest. And when I ask you why you think everybody would give him the ball, you said because he's the greatest. It can't be.
It can be.
No, it can't be both the argument and the proof.
It can be.
Where's your science in this, man?
Because there's no science. It's the GOAT. I'm just saying. And Joe Montana, I'll tell you this. If Tom Brady, it's hard to even say this because the roster is just ridiculous. That somebody was on Facebook the other day. I told you it was Brady and not Belichick. I think it was Mickey fucking Wright, to be honest with you. And he was, I told you it wasn't Belichick. You look at Belichick's roster this year. It is literally science, 31st in the league. And there's just like 2. And they're like, oh, I told you. No, give Belichick that Tampa Bay team and they wouldn't even have 5 losses. I promise you. And I was always the 60-40 on Belichick is the reason. That question is always the 20 years of success that they have is amazing. Okay.
Well, I agree with you. But I was wondering myself because, again, I don't know football as well as and Mickey even, but I was curious this year. I thought it was going to be interesting to see whether Brady performed at the level he'd been performing at. Uh-oh. All right, TJ. Keep it, man. Listen, you got to get the cabinet. You know that, TJ. The cabinet has to turn on. It can't just be. I don't think
they're not going to do. Why would they with 7.5 days left?
Because this motherfucker is causing damage. First of all, it's more than that. It's 14 days. Or 2 weeks.
14 days, 7 hours, 13 minutes.
Look what he was able to do today. I'm telling you, this is not a. I don't know. I don't think at the moment. I don't think that it'll happen that they'll invoke the 25th Amendment. But I wouldn't say it's completely off the table going forward. Yeah, and you know what? If I'm curious what will happen if.
But think about what you guys just said. Let's pretend he goes on a tweet storm. Well, he can't. He goes on. I don't know. He gets a message out there, and it gets worse. And they put the 25th Amendment on him, and you think it doesn't get even worse? Like, how does that fix anything? They'll be pissed off, bro.
I don't. Well, that's I don't know what I'm saying.
Pence changed his Twitter.
No way.
To Biden and Kamala. No way.
I don't believe.
He left to go look. He left the fucking podcast just to go look. The objectors of the electoral votes are taking back their objections. What? Where is this coming from? This is nonsense.
I accidentally hit the back button.
I live in America. This is not. You see that? First of all, is that the way you spell objectors?
No, it's supposed to be a C. Well, I'll give him a break because the X is right next to the C.
I work for the Henrico County.
TJ, can you send us a screenshot or anything? I don't know if you can do that through here. I'd love to see that Twitter banner.
He's trolling us. I got the whole live feed of CNN right there, and it is not saying.
I'm looking at it too.
Is that how you spell typo? Oh man, I love me. I wish I had more friends like me. I really do. Damn. Pence was hacked. Laugh out loud. Oh, was he? Oh no.
Nice.
Yo, so do you think that them blocking his Twitter account for the next 12 hours is gonna affect the outcome of that? What is it, 2:30 or something?
Oh. No. They'll never get rid of that.
Be like, see, they can silence us. Get rid of 2:30.
Well, you know what? He also has to delete the tweets, the objectionable tweets, or the 12 hours gets continued.
Oh no! Oh, not all his tweets, but some of them. He said, I'm gonna open my Facebook. He said he sent it to my Facebook. Say that 17 times fast. He said he sent it to my Facebook Messenger. I'm assuming TJ Bell Messenger. Oh, he got some fucking fake ass Twitter feed. No way. It's there, but I bet you it got hacked. Oh, wrong screen. Glad I didn't share my porn screen. Damn. Hold on. How to get rid of this one? Stop screen and share screen. Share this one. Damn, where is it? Rod is on the storm. This shit's crazy. It won't let me share it, TJ Bell. That's crazy. It's there, but it's not. Yeah, but it's a picture of Biden and Kamala. Oh shit, there he is. I wonder if he heard us talking shit about him. Mickey Wright is in the building. Yeah. Wrong podcast.
There's my boy.
Oh shit, there he is. What up, dog? Oh, he cut his hair off. Look at him.
Yeah.
Looking like fucking Zach now.
Nah.
Does Zach have short hair now?
I don't know.
haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah,
he just kind of looks like Zach now.
You got some of the same genes.
Why can't I share that screen? That's crazy. I'm gonna try to open it back up. I think it's fake, or he's right. Somebody hacked it.
It's a guitar.
It's all good. Sound good.
Oh, you too.
You
all right.
See you later, G.
See ya. Should play us a song. Play us a song. Look,
in the background, he asked me if it was too loud, which it wasn't.
Oh,
there's Mickey Wright.
I didn't hear it. Yeah, he always says "Who cares?" and it's the wrong fucking podcast. Fucking guy. Damn, we're getting some action now. Look at these guys. Oh, he said he sent it to you too. Just like the votes, they are, but they're not. What the?
I'm not on Facebook.
Just like the votes, they are there, but they're not.
Should I get on Facebook and see if I can bring this thing up? Hang on.
Don't come out of your house, Scott. You might get sick, you fuck. What up, Herbie Withers in the building? What up, what up, what up? Don't come out of your house.
Man, I go to the mailbox practically every day.
I hope Mickey wasn't listening about 4.5 minutes ago. Don't scroll back 4.5 minutes, Mickey. Oh.
I'm trying to find what TJ sent, but
I have it right here. I don't know why it won't let me share that screen. It's showing me. Oh, I got too
much going on. It's been streaming.
I got it. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, now I'm streaming you.
I got it. No, you won't be able to show it anyway without putting it up to the. Damn, Mickey is
it gives me an option to share my screen.
Is that? Oh yeah, that's right. Have you? Is that how you?
Right.
Is that how you spell y'all?
That is how you spell.
Motherfucker knows how to spell.
All right, hold on. It says I can share my screen. Let's see.
Yeah, it's better with a double monitor, but
yeah, I got that.
It's asking like I don't.
Can you see it?
Oh, hold on. I think I got it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I can bring it up. Damn, as soon as I figured it out, yours is right there. I don't know if you can zoom in or not, but
hold on.
It's Joe Biden and Kamala at the top. That's got to be fake. Even if he felt like doing that, he wouldn't do that. Like, not today. Not today.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
Oh my God. Yeah, we get it. It is her. I mean, you saw it.
Yeah. I wonder if he really was hacked.
He had to be. And they just changed the banner.
Yeah. If I'd hacked it, I would have replaced his profile picture with something.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but you want, I mean, you want it to look real and have this conversation that me and you are having right now. Like you want them to talk about it. Talk about it, baby.
I would.
Let's check it.
This is what I would change his profile picture to. Hang on. Now that I have to share my screen.
What do you think about how about Newsmax?
What's that?
Oh, we're gonna get booted. We're gonna get booted for fucking pornography. Damn, I didn't even look at it before I put it up either. Actually, I didn't think that you would do something like that. Yo, who is Julian Assange?
He's the guy that I guess started WikiLeaks.
Oh. I get him confused with the other dude. What's the dude from the NSA? Oh, Snowden.
Oh, yeah.
Are they kind of the same thing?
No, well, not exactly. Snowden was a whistleblower for all of the kind of crazy shit that the NSA was doing, the extra legal, as they like to call it. Assange was just a guy who liked to a lot of information, anything that was hidden and basically could be embarrassing or something like that. I mean, so I guess there's some sort of an overlap in what they did, but Assange was a little bit broader scope. It wasn't even just for the United States, and it wasn't just for government stuff. You're muted, man.
Gotcha. Right. Damn, what I was gonna say now.
Assange, Snowden.
Oh, is he from here?
Julian Assange?
Yeah.
I think he's Swedish.
Oh.
I know he had.
I thought they were trying to expedite him back. Expedite, is that the right word?
Extradite back.
Yeah.
So he had like some rape charge in Sweden years ago. That's why I think he's from Sweden. But I think he's in the UK now. He lived in the Argentinian embassy somewhere. Literally lived in there for like 3 years. And they were like, fuck it, you got to go.
Post rape?
Well, I think they ended up eventually dropping those charges. He was living in this embassy building. I can't remember what country it was in. I think it was Argentinian embassy. But they were just like, fucking, you got to go. You can't stay here anymore.
Did you ever watch what's the other guy's name? Snowden? Did you ever watch the Joe Rogan podcast with him on it?
I didn't.
There's two of them. There's one from about 3 years ago, really, really good. The second one, they kind of repeated a lot of the same stuff, but there was some updates on it. Very interesting. Very interesting. I mean, it's just him saying it, so it could not be true, but it's pretty crazy.
I mean, so he had, I mean, he quote unquote stole or, downloaded a proof of all of these allegations. And so he gave it to Glenn Greenwald, who was with, was it The Guardian or something at the time, the British newspaper? Ecuador. Jason, you might be right. Yeah. Yeah, I think you are right.
Jason might be right. He's always right.
Yeah. But yeah, so he gave it to a pretty well respected journalist. So obviously there's a question. Obama didn't see it this way, which one of the things I did not like about Obama was that he saw him as a criminal, and I saw Snowden as a whistleblower. I mean, basically he made it known that the U.S. was spying on pretty much everybody all the time. So
why do some people think whistleblowers are heroes and some people think they're fucking snitches?
I guess it's a fine line. I don't really know. I mean, it depends on where you stand on whether or not what they're blowing the whistle on is bad or good to keep secret.
Yeah.
You can make the argument, sure, that the stuff that Snowden let out there was not in the best interest of American security, but it's certainly, but the things they're doing are not in the best interest of the security of Americans individually. We're all getting spied on and emails.
Yeah, and when it all went down, that was years ago. I had a discussion with somebody that may or may not be part of my family, and they're like, "I don't understand what the big deal is, man. As long as you don't have crazy shit in your email, what are you worried about?" I'm like, "You have no idea. Like that's not good."
It's not good, but what I mean, the unfortunate thing is, what did Snowden accomplish with it? Nothing. Nobody stopped anything.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Now he's a criminal who's exiled to Russia, and
he can never come back. And
right.
he tried to. That's what I'm saying. Everybody should think of him as a patriot, but I feel like most people think of him as a traitor.
Yeah, and that's
you told them what they were doing wrong to us. It's like what?
I don't know. It's messed up. Again, I see the other side of it. I just don't agree with the other side.
Well, whistleblowers, can you tell me where that came from? Because there's actual protection in laws that are like whistleblower laws. Like, what does it mean? Like someone had to be a train, right? Like the original thing.
Or maybe it's probably more like it might be football.
Oh. A fucking
you're blowing the whistle to say somebody did something wrong, right? That's what referees do.
You know what? We don't have to play these games anymore. We got the internet, and we'll find out right now.
I was making my best guess before looking it up.
All right, go ahead. That's your best guess?
That's my best guess.
All right, I think it's something to do with a train. Like, get out of the fucking way. Comes a whistleblower. Whistleblower policy, whistleblower protection, whistleblower act. See what I'm saying?
Sports referees. I got it on Wikipedia.
Fuck Wikipedia. He's a fucking rat. It's not a contest. I'm on Reader's Digest. I got it.
Attached itself to law enforcement officials in the 19th century because they used a whistle to alert the public or fellow police. Sports referees who use a whistle to indicate the illegal or foul play also were called whistleblowers.
Oh, yeah, because think about it. When you see those fucking punk-ass cops in England, what do they call bobbies?
Yeah,
they'll fucking blow their whistle.
Yeah.
They only have a gun. They'll just be like, woo, woo, just blowing whistles. Damn, we learn something every day.
There we go. So
there it is. Michael Flynn equals patriot. Alexander Vindman equals traitor. Depends on whose side you're on. This is true. I don't know. Alexander Vindman was the guy that whistleblowed on Trump, right? For the the perfect phone call thing.
Yeah.
I only make perfect phone calls. I don't make bad phone calls. I really wish you would have listened to the tape, though. There are some one-liners that we could have for weeks on that shit, bro.
You know what? It's like an hour and 5 minutes, right? That's an hour and 5 minutes of my life I will never get back.
Yeah, but it's a totally perfect phone call.
I cannot.
Scott, I'm telling you, it's worth it.
Dude, I like myself too much to do that.
I can't stand listening to him talk, and I watched it 3 times now. I cannot stop listening to it. It is amazing. Whole time I'm listening to it, I'm like, this is the president of the United States. This is the president of and like, we've had some shit go down. Like, he told us he grabbed him by the pussy, and that was like shocking for like 2 days. He said some shocking shit, but this is like, I couldn't believe he was saying, like, it didn't seem real. It felt like Alec Baldwin was on the phone. Like, it felt. I told my son, I was like, this feels like it's Saturday Night Live. It's just outrageous. It's outrageous.
Nothing shocks me about him anymore. There's nothing he can do or say that would shock me.
See?
So the only thing left is revulsion.
It's 11,780 great segments. That's such a great joke because he needs 11,781 votes to win Georgia. And he literally asked the fucking Secretary of State to find
that many. It's one more than we have.
Oh my God. It's ridiculous.
Mm.
It's crazy. Which I guess is also, he could have probably been like, if he did that 2 years ago, you think he would have been impeached in both houses or in both places?
No,
still no.
Nope.
He kind of has. I hate to say this because he does, but he doesn't. I feel like he has a way with words. Like if you listen to the phone call as me, and then you listen to it as you, and then my friend listens to it as him, but then a lawyer listens to it, they'll be like, you got nothing.
Yeah,
like the way he says it.
He has. I don't think he's a smart man, but what he is he's clever, and he has a knack for saying things that allow him to have some wiggle room. I mean, everything is a wink and a nod, with him. So he's learned how not to say things that are incriminating, but still get the point across.
Get the point across.
Yeah.
So
that's
whistleblower, dog whistle, 2 different things.
Yes.
For sure. Let's not confuse those. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. So a dog whistle, do you know the origin of that?
Yeah, it's the actual dog whistle. So you can't hear a dog whistle. And so the metaphor is when you use a dog whistle metaphorically is you're implying the thing instead of saying it. You can't hear specifically what's being said, but you're implying the thing.
Right. Yeah, this really happened in the conversation too. He was like, well, is it true that Dominion's pulling machines out of there? And the guy's like, nope, that's not true. Know. He said, he goes, yeah, but not the machines, but pulling the inner parts of the machines out and replacing them with new ones. He's like, no, that's not happening either. It's just crazy. It's like not real.
The other press conference where the other guy was like,
yeah,
I don't even know what he's talking about.
That was the next day. He was like, let me just go down the list again.
Nope, for the last time. He's like, nobody's pulled out any machines or any parts of it. I don't even know what he's talking about.
I told my son this today because he was, he saw it on the TV. We were in a facility that was playing it on multiple TVs, multiple stations. It was everywhere. And he was like, I don't understand. I was like, me either. I said, I thought this shit would happen. I told you and TJ Bell, I said, you said you guys wanted an ass whooping with an exclamation point in November. I said, me too. Not that kind of me too, but I just said me too. Like, I don't want it to be close. I didn't want no riots. I didn't want no protesting. Like, I wanted it to be clear. And I thought that's what we got. But we didn't. Even though it was a landslide victory, his words, not ours. and 7 million more, 8 million more in the pot. Like that's it. It's over. It's a wrap. It should be over, right? But here we are. Still chaos. Now I told my son, I said, could you imagine if it was close? Could you imagine this came down to like 3 electoral votes or something?
I think the hypocritical thing, at the very least, is that the 2016 election was much closer. It came down to like 70,000 total votes in 2 states that swung the entire election.
Well, that's true. That's what the argument is. It's like, well, it was close, wasn't it? Because if 11,748 more people voted one way, if he took Georgia, would he won?
No, he still had to win another state.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He'd still have to have like Pennsylvania or Wisconsin or one of the other ones, you know.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, you know, but even if you take Georgia and you take, I think, I don't know which other state.
He would have had to have either Pennsylvania and Georgia or Georgia and Wisconsin and Michigan. Like Pennsylvania is a big one, right?
Yeah, I don't remember all the math from it, but yeah, it would have to have been something like that.
That's what I was thinking, because
he's fighting for Georgia, and I don't understand why, because Georgia doesn't get him there unless he thinks that if he can flip Georgia, then that maybe has a snowball effect, and he could flip.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody else said, okay, well, yes, Georgia can do it, we can do it.
He said that on the second perfect call. He said that, we got other stuff going on in other states, but we got to, we're worried about Georgia right now. We got this and this and this in Pennsylvania and blah, blah, blah. Which, again, if it's there, I don't want to act like, it's all bullshit. Because if it is, and it was stolen, we're done. We have no democracy anymore.
Agreed. Of course, if he tries to continue stealing it, then
right, it's still either way.
But here's the thing, and so this is where it is with me. I don't, my argument for anybody who still says it's stolen, I have 4 words. Or 3 words. Where's the evidence? Why is it that there have been dozens, literally dozens of court cases that have all been thrown out or ruled against on, because there isn't enough evidence to support any of this.
Yeah.
Well, the supporters are one thing. Yeah, you're right, Jason. But they're already convinced. His supporters are already convinced. Yeah. But it doesn't change. All right, Jason, here's my argument with that, is that Trump is always in it for himself, and himself first and foremost. He doesn't care if his supporters really feel good, only in that it does something for him. His supporters can't do, if you're talking about the voters, the general voters, the general public, they can't do anything for him right now. But he might be able to convince with one state. If one state flips, maybe he can convince some Republicans in power in other states to flip their states. But I don't think he's not doing this for the voters. He doesn't give a fuck about the voters. It's all about saving his own ass. So there's no value in it for him for giving his supporters, that is the voters, anything to chew on, any red meat to chew on. Who cares? They already believe it was stolen.
Who cares? Who cares is Friday night, 8:00. Tune in. Who cares? Podcast. Same great channels. Creams. Great fucking microphone. Who cares is the truth. We care, Scott. We care.
We do. That's why we're doing this.
He's always for himself. We know that. I grew up in New York. That motherfucker.
Well, and that's the thing, is that he's really easy to understand. If you start from that assumption that he's only that his only motivation is how things benefit him or make him.
You can't possibly sit here and tell me that you don't think that from the day he came down the escalator, he has been they did everything they could. He made it easy because he did so much shit, but he did, man. Like Obama got, I feel like Obama got hell. I remember people just, no matter what he did, didn't give him a chance, blah, blah, blah. But I think this was just, for like 3 months, I felt sorry for him. Just 3 months.
Really? Not one time I've not felt sorry for him. Not one time. And I won't ever.
Ever's a long time, man. You take the 4 off the 4, ever, that's a long time. Ever. You might.
Well, I've only got about maybe 30 years left on this earth. That's not forever, but it's my forever. So I can't imagine in 30 years there's going to be any point where I feel bad for a son of a bitch.
You'd be like, you know what?
I'm going to be pissing some people off. Sorry about that. I can't. There's certain people that bring things on themselves, and he's one of those people. It's not.
Herbie said he did work for us. He did. Technically,
he did work us, not work for us. He worked us.
He did work us. Oh, my bad. I thought we had our first supporter here. Yeah, so I got a little something to put out. We're about 1 hour and 40 minutes in. I think we've had decided that since I got so much love on Facebook, texting and Twitter about my friend Scott motherfucking Hicks, we're gonna officially make him the co-host of this talk show. So you don't even have to just call and talk to me. If you got something that you got to get off your motherfucking mind about Scott Hicks, instead of texting me or calling me or shouting him out on Twitter, come on in. Look, I was told that the show was great by 3 different people, but it's a little bit fucking slippery with liberals all over the place. I guess they're talking about you and me and
DJ
Bell.
Yeah.
Because on the Who Cares podcast, I'm like the Scott of that podcast, apparently. So all I do is wear a mask and watch CNN all day, apparently. But anyways, I hate that shit when someone says apparently ends a conversation apparently. But anyways, so he's gonna be on here every week, and if you got something to say it.
Yeah, honestly, I want to talk to some more people. Let's have a discussion. I don't, I've been told too many times recently that I think I know everything. I know that I don't,
And he actually likes to learn new things, and so do I. And just so you guys know I got this horrible reputation. 3 different people told me on Facebook that I'm a fence sitter, and I always call stuff out on, I guess, Trump's side, but they never see me make fun of Biden. What the fuck you want me to do? Put a fucking picture of the guy sniffing a little girl's hair? I don't understand what you want me to. Trump is too easy, and that's why I'm gonna miss him, bro. Like, it's been great. It's just been great. It's been great, and we never had it before, and we're never gonna have it again. You understand? Which is probably good for some people, but it's like, come on, man. I hate the fact that people want to create somebody. We can play a little game. We'll do it on another podcast because we're running out of time. However, I can sit here. You can ask me some of my beliefs. What is the other word for beliefs? Our beliefs and
values, ethics, morals.
Ethics, yeah, maybe morals. I don't know. And then you can fire off these questions to me, like the big ones, like pro-life, pro-choice, pro-gun, anti, whatever, fucking whatever. And I bet you that you'd be surprised, because I surprised myself. And I hate when they say so. I hate when people be like, so. One of my friends, he came on a couple other podcasts, but he I think someone hacked his account. This is Herbie. They kicked Trump off Twitter now, about time. Ideology, that was the word. That's what I was looking for. Ideology.
There you go.
So I was talking to my friend, and to me, he's probably the most liberal friend I have, maybe outside you. And he's not a fan, he don't want to come on the podcast or nothing. But when he's around his friends, if he says a certain thing, they don't even consider him a liberal. Like, he's not liberal enough. So it's like, whatever you create somebody to be, why can't I be G? Like, why do I have to be red? It's like corporate Bloods and Crips. And it's like it's not a real gang if you can say something and not be killed.
Well, and that's why, I'm I try not to call myself a Democrat, and I try not to call other people Republicans because I think that you
are you a registered Democrat?
No, I'm not registered as anything.
Oh, I'm registered. Don't you have to?
I don't think so.
I think it's
Maybe I don't know.
I think I'm registered independent.
I can tell you this: I voted both Republican and Democrat in my life for president
this year.
What's that?
No, this year on the ballot, did you go DR?
No, I didn't. But
there have been years where I have.
Yeah, but so I don't like having that specific label. You could say that I am liberal, but I prefer you didn't say I am a liberal.
Yeah, why?
Why?
Because you don't know. Because the definition changes.
Right. You could say I'm a progressive. You could say a lot of those things,
I think I'm a conservative. I really do.
You are.
I mean, I think I am. I mean, according to the check boxes, that's my point. Like, I think I would go farther to the right, maybe slightly.
Well,
I really do.
Let me ask you questions about.
Let's do it. We got 15 more minutes to hit the 2-hour mark. Let's see if you can create me.
So, the traditional conservative values. Well, I'm not even going to touch the pro-choice, pro-life question here, but smaller government, lower spending, more free market,
lower spending on what?
Fewer regulations. So and less and smaller social safety net. Those are traditional conservative values, in my understanding. I'm not saying that they're exactly what conservatives are, believe. They profess to believe a lot of those things now, but I'm not saying they actually do. So, how do you feel those things?
Let's go one at a time. Do it again.
All right. Size of government.
Size
too big, too small.
I think I would be in the middle on that. Honestly,
would you? All right. Let me put it another way. Should their government be smaller than it is?
Yeah. Depends what you mean by smaller. Physically smaller,
like
less money, less responsibility.
Fewer people, fewer agencies, less involvement in everyday stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
I think everyday stuff is kind of weird.
If you're real conservative, there's no only one answer to that question. Yes, government needs to be much smaller. It takes over too much of everybody's lives. Second question: Are you pro-business, anti-regulation?
I am definitely pro-business. I am definitely pro-capitalism. That's what I'm saying. There's got to be some.
Pro-capitalism is not necessarily conservative.
Okay. So what words did you use?
So let's say here's an argument I had with somebody recently. He doesn't think that we need the FDA or the EPA. He feels like the free market.
I saw that argument.
Right.
No, I do believe the EPA is important. Maybe it doesn't have to be as big. Maybe they don't have to have as much power. But why? That's what I'm saying. Why does it have to be there or gone? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's where I'm at. Like, yeah, we need those things, but do they need to have so much power, or do they need more power? Like,
well, I agree. I think that they do. I mean, and that's that.
FDA
should they have regulations? Should we have more or fewer regulations, or the same?
He was really arguing that we shouldn't have an FDA at all?
Not really. No, he said that people should be educated on the FDA so that they can make their own choices about what foods they eat and things like that. My argument there was, who has the time for all of that? No, not one person on this earth has the time to look into every single thing that they put in their body, every single drug and I asked him, I said, because we play golf, and I said, in that argument, I said, you had a banana on the golf course. Where'd that banana come from? Who grew it? What was it sustainable? Do they use pesticides? What kind of pesticides do they use? Are they harmful? Are those pesticides harmful to humans? And in what doses? In what amounts? That's one banana.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing that FDA makes sure that we have is we don't have to ask those questions for everything. We don't have to ask those questions about, we don't have to dig through a bunch of legalese and medical research to know whether or not drugs are safe for us because we have the FDA.
I got fucking food poisoning from Famous Dave's.
Thank you, Jason. Exactly right.
Not Famous Dave's. Dave and Buster's. Hell, the companies break the rules when they're why you gotta use all these big words? Disincentive to break the regs, fines, etc. Imagine what they would do unregulated.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know why we gotta be like, if you don't want the EPA, then you're not conservative, or vice versa. It's like, why can't we have both?
Well,
that's why I can't be a conservative or a liberal. I guess
a traditional conservative viewpoint is that that's bigger government, that it somehow infringes on our freedoms to, I guess, poison ourselves. But that's worse.
All right, so I'm down. All right, so yeah, but at the same time, I don't want you to be like, all right, gee, I told you you're for big government. No, I'm for EPA.
No, I'm not going to say that.
FDA and EPA, great things.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's plenty of others. This is also not to say, by the way. Thank you, Jason. That's exactly what I was going to say. Could we be more efficient? Could the government spend less money or be less wasteful? Yeah.
He fixed his shit like on a text message.
Probably so. All right. So what else did we have?
All right. So let's go down the list. So I'm for medium-sized government. I'm not going to say that I want to get rid of the EPA or FDA, but I'm also not going to say that I want the government poking in my shit every day. Like, that's what I'm saying. Why can't there be?
Do you think the EPA and FDA are poking in your shit every day? Who do you think is poking in your shit every day? You pay too much taxes.
Goddamn IRS.
Do you pay too much in taxes? Let me ask you that.
Ask me that in about a month. I'm working on it now. I had a pretty good year. No.
Are you one to complain about taxes?
No, because it depends what year it is. In 17-18 I did, because when Trump changed the tax law to make it to where W-2 employees can't do any more write-offs, he fucked me at about $4,000. So then I was that dude that bitched about my taxes. But now that I got my shit together and I am a small business owner and I know about my taxes and I can write all my shit off, I kind of did it's funny you asked that. I kind of did a little quick look into my QuickBooks this morning and I was like, okay. I think I'll be all right.
I got a pretty good tax guy, by the way, if you need somebody.
Yeah, I might, because mine fucking blows. I'm the tax guy right now.
Yeah, he's fairly inexpensive too, by the way. I'll shout out to Chris Smith of RBI Services. He's a Mechanicsville guy. Also.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Smith, RBI Services. If you got his phone number, we'll put it on the screen. But
not Andy, but I got to get in touch with him pretty soon. Anyway, all right, so you're not that upset about your taxes. That's not really a conservative thing. All right, last thing. Social safety net. Where do you stand on
all those big words? So you're talking about like Social Security, Medicare, and all that?
Unemployment, disability.
Yeah, I would say so Social Security and Medicare is a little different because you pay into that.
Okay, but
regardless, if you're a W-2 employee,
don't you pay taxes for that stuff too?
So that's like mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I would be upset if they took that away and it wasn't there because I fucking paid for it.
But don't you pay taxes? Can't your tax money go to other social safety?
Oh yeah, like welfare. I'm a welfare. I had welfare.
Like SNAP, food stamps, whatever.
Yep, I had food stamps as a kid. I can't say I don't believe in those. Again, I think some people take advantage of systems. And if that system was too big and let everybody just do that, then that's a problem too.
Well, right. But here's the thing. And my argument with that is that there's going to be fraud in any system like that. There's going to be some amount and you can minimize it, but you will never eradicate it entirely.
All right. Well, you just said the right word, minimize. I'm just saying you might be able to minimize that program as well.
I mean,
All right, how about this? Do you feel that because this wasn't a thing when I was, trust me, dude, I grew up on Kaboom.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the only almost sugar cereal you can get on WIC. And I had my baseball cards were in government cheese boxes. I did it all. I understand it. Both my parents needed it. There's people in my family right now that need it and have it. So it's for me to say that I don't believe in a program like that. However, when I gotta go get a job, I gotta get a drug test. And I don't consider marijuana a drug, by the way. I'm talking about drugs. Do you think maybe once a year they should get a drug test as well to get that benefit? Only because I gotta get that. I gotta do that to get my money.
The challenge I have, the one challenge I have with that, and I don't have a really good answer for you, is that those types of programs benefit children regardless of whether their parents are addicts. See what I'm saying? The children aren't addicts.
Yeah, I grew up in on the other side of the railroad tracks, and I mean it was very common for, let's say, the marijuana dealer in the neighborhood to get if you needed $50 in marijuana and you had $100 in food stamps, same value.
And I get it. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I'm just saying that it makes it difficult to say, because it's the children that benefit at least as much, if not more, than the adults from programs like that.
Yeah, because
they're innocent, right? They didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, because if Becky does that, doesn't mean everybody does that. I get it. I've seen
some amount of fraud. Here's the analogy I always use with that. Let's say you own a convenience store. Do you own that convenience store thinking you're never going to get shoplifted from? No. What you do is you try to minimize the shoplifting, but you expect that there's going to be in any retail store. You expect there to be a certain amount of loss, is what they call it.
That's a tax write-off.
Well, it's an expense. It's an expense. You say, okay, what was our loss?
I know, but when Becky has 3 kids and Becky tells me, I was like, well, what are you going to do? You got to get your shit together. She's like, well, all I need is another baby and I get another $480.
But I'm not saying that doesn't happen. What I'm saying is that's the shoplifting. It's going to happen. You have to.
I've taking the whole goddamn cart. She's taking the whole cart.
In the macro scale, man. What I'm saying is there's a certain amount of fraud that you have to do in this. You have to accept that. You can't. And then I've said before 100 times, you can't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. You have to say, okay, it's an imperfect system. We're going to do the very best we can. We know there's going to be some small amount of fraud, but if we can accept that small amount of fraud, we can do the largest number of good for a bunch of people.
First of all, it's G with 2 E's, and you know better. It's not G, it's G with 2 E's. And it wasn't me. It may or may not have been. It may or may not have been an uncle or somebody really close to my family. However, I've seen it happen. It happens. It's all good. We all, you know.
All right. So
you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. I'm just saying. So would you say that you're for at least welfare reform? That's the same thing with gun reform. It's like, or what do they call it? Gun control. You tell a conservative gun control and it's, you ain't fucking taking my guns. No, it's gun control. It's not take your shit.
So,
you know?
Well, I don't know what the reform has to be. That's the thing. And I need more information about it. Here's what I do know. When those social assistance programs started in the 60s, there was a significant drop in the percentage of people in this country who were below poverty line. And since there were the welfare reforms in the 90s, that percentage of people who are below poverty has gone up. So
do you believe in universal income? The Andrew Yang $2,000 to every person?
That's something I haven't considered in depth. I like the idea of it. And I know it works elsewhere. There are countries that offer it. You know, there's a lot that you can say that's good about it. And, you know, if we had a real conservative There you go. Thank you, Jason. That's what I was saying.
Look, Jason, you're not just gonna keep coming on this podcast and just kissing his ass and agreeing with everything that he's saying. All I hear is thanks, Jason. Thanks. You don't even fucking know.
Anyway, universal basic income. It seems to be working in some of the Nordic countries. Okay, imagine having a life where you're not at the mercy of your asshole boss. You know, you might actually be able to say, you know, I can actually take the time to find another job that works better for me.
Well, Becky, additionally, the average household on those benefits is slightly larger than the American families on those. So the theory that Becky with the good hair is having extra kids for benefits is exception, not the rule. No, that bitch is popping out babies, like literally telling people it's all. Just give me 8 more months. 8 more months.
That's good information, Jason. I didn't know that.
485. He's bull. Don't believe anything he
anyway,
said.
I'm not done with that one yet.
I just think he's trolling us because I feel like we're being trolled tonight by a couple different people. Because Jason Parks, last time I saw him, he had a fucking "Make America Great Again" hat on, and tonight it's not like he's not there anymore. So
really?
maybe you changed him, bro.
That didn't seem like something I'm capable of, frankly.
Nah, not that. Not changing that route. Nah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to tell everybody. We don't know what days we're gonna come on. I don't want to set it for Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. I already do a podcast on Fridays at 8 o'clock. So it's just going to be like something like tonight, you know, something pops off on the news and I call Scotty, be like, yo, let's go. And we go. I mean, it's just, don't think about this like it's a politics show either. He is not wearing a MAGA hat. I was joking. No. He does need to you need to upgrade your profile pic for more than so many reasons. First of all, I think those are Clinton Portis jerseys. They're Redskin jerseys. You're not even supposed to wear that anymore. And your son is bigger than you. And I think you have a daughter now that's about that size. So why don't you switch it up and get a new profile pic, Jason? I expect it by the time we come back on. So we're not gonna have a date for these podcasts. If you want to contact us, contact me through my messenger on Facebook or text me if you know me. Be like, yo, that son of a bitch Scott pissed me off again. I want some of it. We're not trying to go and have arguments. We're just trying to not do what people are doing on social media. Have great conversation. I thought this was a great podcast. We talked about a bunch of different stuff, but it doesn't have to. It's not I don't want people to think that it's a political podcast because we could come on it. We just heard us. We were talking about I don't even know what that means. We were talking about the GOATs in football and basketball, like whatever comes up. Sometimes we play a game called Speak the Comments. You guys put a comment in there and we literally speak on it. We might not know shit about it, but you'll get his perspective, my perspective, and anybody else that wants to come on the show. Shout out to TJ Bell for coming on the show. Again, you got a small business or anything to promote locally, let us know. You know, you can come on, give us about 15 minutes. Tell us, Scott, you got any of your networking friends that want to come on? Trying to blow this thing up and share it, like it. These comments are great. Every time you guys comment, helps us out dramatically. But like the page. Let's talk about it. Podcast page. I'll send some more invites out. Scotty, do you have anything to say?
I think I covered it, man.
I think you said enough, cocksucker.
I will say thank you for the loan of the microphone. You're doing a pretty good job. And you know what? Michelle answered the door. I didn't even get to see Thomas. I told you I had a hard time thinking of him as being old enough to drive. But she got to the door and he jetted before I even got downstairs. So
yeah, and when he came in here, he was standing. When we first started, he was standing here saying it sounds better. Can you? Is that your laptop?
No, it's a desktop.
Oh, how far away is the microphone from you?
It's about maybe 18 inches.
Yeah.
You need it closer?
No, it's been fine. I think that particular microphone is better when you're closer. Like I see a lot of YouTubers using that one, and
Yeah,
it's like
yeah. I'm actually have been aware of this one. I can move it around.
yeah. But I think a lot of it has to do with your room too. It's like a weird echo. See, I can't hear you anymore. I don't know what you did. Yeah, you won your division. Congratulations. I'm going to tell you the same thing I told them. Does your t-shirt say NFC East champs 6-10, motherfucker? Is that what it says? 6-10? The 49ers are 6-10 too. Yeah, I lost you. You might have hit the wire or something. You had to touch it. You had to fucking touch it. Anyways, we are just about done anyway. Oh, now you're muted. Now I can probably unmute you. Yeah. Oh, you have to unmute you. Oh, man, it doesn't say you're muted anymore. Damn, you must have knocked the wire out or something. I swear to God, I didn't. Who cares you? Hey, Scott. Scott, what do you think about this? Who gives a fuck? All right. Thank y'all. Awesome. There he is. We'll say bye to Scott. Now? Nope. Still can't hear you. Hey, Scott, what do you think about this bullshit ass policy? Who gives a fuck? Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Not mad because you beat us, bro. We want to lose the games. That's what y'all don't understand. Y'all sitting there fighting for that bullshit ass division, ain't doing nothing but fucking up your draft pick from next year, which obviously you need because you're 6-10. So yes, congratulations. You beat us. Who did you beat? Our fucking practice squad? You know how we do. Be back next year, 2021. Let's see what's up then. Let's play at full strength and see what happens then, player. And y'all still didn't score an offensive touchdown in that game. Not one offensive touchdown. We still got top 5 defense and $88 million on the mother freaking IR. Get out my face with that shit. I'm done with football this year. Anyways, hey, thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to keep an eye on this shit in DC. I don't know what the hell's going on, but this is not my America. This is not my America. Shout out to everybody that came in. Jason Parks, Herbie Withers, Jason Ryer. Who else came up in here? TJ Bell, Damian Burrows, Mickey Wright. I think that's it. Angelo Cruz. Shout out to everybody. Jason, Donnie Comer. Oh, y'all, love you. Smooches. Good night. Be safe out there. It's hard out here for a pimp. It is hard out here for a pimp. And we're all PIMPs, baby. Love you guys, smooches.